Our headliner tonight, the gentleman you all know and love. Ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't want me to plug anything because apparently he has no life. But let's give it up for Seth Sywassink.
We gotta prioritize the stool here. Thank you for what the fuck is happening tonight. Thank you for my song being the only right one played. That is the last time I ever tell you to sit down.
Shut the fuck up.
You're adopted.
Yes, I am. You fat-nosed fuck.
You're about to swallow a lot of blood. I'm just telling you. I have an eating disorder. What the fuck's that funny? I suffer from what they call absent-minded consumption, which is a fancy way of saying I like to get blackout drunk and stuff my face to shame. You never know what you're doing until you wake up and you see the size of the container or the number of wrappers that your dietary choices came in. And right when you see them, that's the point where you gotta shit. And you end up naming poops like something that sounds like a blaxploitation film and Dairy Queen Street at the same time. Like Brownie Thunder, Chocolate Dynamite. Or maybe you ate an entire bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos before. And you weren't prepared for what you saw, so you call it First Blood. When you eat like that, it makes you like, not only do you get a weird physique, you end up doing strange things you probably wouldn't do otherwise, such as a guy in a grill. Go to Muscatine's Best Caterer, 2008 to 2011, located on 1033 Hershey Avenue, Muscatine, Iowa. We'll take care of all of your catering needs for any special occasion. That just got me free ribeye sandwiches. Ladies, how are you doing this evening? Looking lovely as ever. You here with anybody? Like a date? No? Not a husband or a boyfriend or whatever you call the guy buying your drinks? Why the fuck you so shy? I'm in a relationship, which is nice. That means I don't have to try hard anymore. I'm glad you clapped before I finished that joke. It's going great. I found that when you start getting into relationships, people ask you inappropriate questions based off of their inappropriate assumptions. Like people are like, oh, you guys are like a new and exciting couple. Like you guys sext, right? Send dirty text messages. That's exciting. First of all, sexting is something you do down the road when you don't want to be bored with each other for a few weeks. When you get in relationships, you get in those routines. Things that you like doing, so you're content with doing them repeatedly, which sets the standard of behavior. And when you sext, you go for broke. You're not citing Nicholas Sparks novels. You're saying shit that would make your mom cry if she just so happened to read them. Which means, ladies, if you are sending dirty texts to your fella, we don't want to get the sense that you're lighting candles and laying in rose petals. So we're not going to put the Xbox controller down. If you want to make them a drooling retard, you need to use shove 4-letter words into 4-letter words. Hey, you laughed. I like that. You can't do it for more than a few weeks at a time. Because if you do, then that sets the standard of behavior. That's your routine. And where the fuck do you go for a few weeks after that? That's when you start doing weird deviant shit. that you don't want to look people in the eye. I'm like, oh, hey, Kristen, how are you and Andy doing? Did he leave marks? We're fine. We're doing great.
How would you know?
So I tried sexting once. Fuck that shit, I'll never do it again. Because of autocorrect. Autocorrect has a tendency to take the most important word in the sentence and change it, which makes it an entirely different sentence. So I was like, all right, let's make it sexy for a minute. So I send, and then she gets the impression that I want to fuck her puppy hard. Which is a whole new breed of tension. So every time this fucking dog lays on the floor and wants me to pet its belly, I get suspicious looks. Which is ridiculous because it's a pug. That's an ugly fucking dog. So we broke up, and I had a friend like, oh, you guys are doing great. Like, what happened? Well, I tried to make it sexy. I've noticed things about ladies, girls, as I've gotten older. You guys have like 19 best friends, which bothers me. You throw that job title around, like the criteria for that is fucking zero. Like, oh, she grabbed my drink at the bar by accident. She's my new bestie. I love this bitch. You know how many fucking best friends a guy has? 2, maybe 3. And that's a specific criteria you gotta fill. And I'll explain. Hypothetically, if I were to find myself with a woman of the night, which you would call a hooker, she was not doing well, which is what a doctor would call dead. I need somebody that's gonna answer that phone call at 3 in the morning. And that's a two-way street. If I get that call, I'm gonna answer it. I got a shovel, lime, and Lysol, and I'll even stop at the McDonald's drive-thru because that's my best friend. I found myself speaking of friends, like getting into new relationships. I catch myself introducing my friends as reasons the previous relationship hated them. Here's my friend Bob. He's going to take his pants off very inappropriate times. You're going to see his penis. Going to let you know ahead of time, it's not very photogenic. This is my friend Wes. You know, if we go out drinking together, he's going to feed me full of Jack Daniels. I'm going to come home. I'm going to take my clothes off. I'm in a nice, neat pile. I'm going to piss all over him, and I'm going to go sleep on the couch. And I'm going to wait for you to wake up and just be disappointed in me. This is my friend Brady. You're going to be very suspicious of our daily, hour-long phone conversations, and you're going to hate that he has influence on how long this relationship lasts. Hi, sweetie. This is my friend Elena. You're going to resent our inside jokes. You're going to be paranoid that when you're not around, we're probably talking about you, which isn't entirely untrue. Which, ladies, I notice you hate when your fella has a friend that's a girl. And I don't think that it's because you think they're cheating. I don't believe all women are that insecure. But honestly, I think it's because you don't like people translating for us. They are the Rosetta Stone for all the bullshit you feel free to fling. You don't like that. You don't like it. The Lost in Translation play, that's just a one-up in a fight because you can just dance around. We know you're mad. We don't understand why because you don't speak English. And then you can stop and point and go, well, see, look, you don't even understand why I'm mad at you. You don't even know what I'm saying. Of course not. It's not enough sports references, and the tone of your voice makes you think you're going for an Oscar nod. You're giving me Pride and Prejudice. I need flesh. Dumb it down. Because ladies, you really do speak an entirely different language. You even appreciate things in a different way. I was out having drinks with a girl once, and the song came on the jukebox, and the sentence that came out of her mouth fucked me up for about 5 minutes. Song plays, she goes, "God, I hope they play this song in hell repeatedly when I'm there." So does that mean you like the song, you hate the song, you're indifferent to the song, you seem fairly content on just going to hell, like no other options, your flight's booked. And you seem fairly optimistic on having a say in the soundtrack to your damnation. It's like, oh, I know the DJ, I sold him Coke once. You have any Skrillex? Also, that's too much spirituality for me on the first date. It's just it's not gonna work out. Relationships, I fucking hate fighting. I hate it because I suck at it, because I'm a guy. And the whole time you argue with a guy, literally it's a practice of just don't yell, 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 because as soon as you yell, you lost. And if you lost one, you lost them all. So guys play prevent defense. Keep everything in front. Keep it small, keep it petty. And then you start the game, and then we get desperate. When we get desperate, we start to defend things that we know absolutely are untrue. Oh, you like Freebird? That's your favorite song? You really liked Freebird. Really love it. Bet you didn't know Martin Luther King wrote the lyrics, did you? Oh, that's true. You don't believe me? Google it. Oh, you're gonna Google it? Fine. I don't care. Google it. Oh, Google said it's untrue. Well, Google's unreliable. Because I know it's true because I did it as a speech in 9th grade. Oh, you want to hear it? I still remember it. I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now. When the Lord asks down to me, if I leave here tomorrow, would you still remember me? So I'm as free as a bird. This bird you cannot change. Lord, help me. I cannot change. Oh, you still don't believe me? Fine, fuck you. Let's fight. Let's not talk for 3 days. I'm gonna break all your shit! I just fucking lost that one. So now you have to go back in and you have to apologize. Which sucks. You already lost the fight. Now you gotta go in and apologize for losing the fight. And you have to make them think that you mean it. So you have to communicate with them in a way that they understand, so you try to cry. Guys suck at crying. Because we spend our entire lives trying not to cry. So we just do what you do. And we make weird faces. And our breathing becomes regular. And our words are broken. And we take long, dramatic pauses. I'm going to ask you a yes or no question. And no matter what you say, it's wrong. I'm going to start thinking of dead puppies. So that these tears start flowing. And you really think that this is real? So that way you don't suspect that I'm pissing your shampoo later. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. I'm Seth Sywassink. Have a good night.